right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order tonight. Before we all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, we have students that come each board meeting from around the district to lead us all in the pledge. Tonight, we have Silas Oman. He's a fifth grade student at Atkinson. He's also part of the Men with Manners program at Atkinson. If you don't know anything about with Men with Manners, they do a lot of community service. They do like coffee carts for teachers, and they go around and help out. It's a great way for kids to start learning that community service aspect of it. So Silas, if you'd like to come up, and if we could all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
I pledge to the flag in the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, roll call, please.
Mrs. Bloom. Here. Ms. Lehman.
Here.
Ms. Lewis.
Here.
Mr. Nally.
Here.
Mr. Price.
Here. Can I get a motion to approve our minutes from our regular meeting held on February 23rd, 2026, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mrs. Bloom. Could I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Lehman. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Bloom. Yes. Ms. Lehman.
Yes.
Ms. Lewis.
Yes.
Mr. Nally.
Yes.
Mr. Price.
Yes, motion's approved. We are going to rearrange the agenda a little bit so that we can go right into recognizing our students tonight with all of our families here. So, Mrs. Hurt.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Price. I appreciate the juggle of the order so that we have some strong opportunities to recognize some of our students. Before we begin with the recognition of our students, I want to acknowledge the individuals that are here to assist us this evening. Representing the Learning and Liberty Foundation, we have Mrs. Susan Brickner is here with us. And she's going to, in a moment, just tell you a little bit about Learning and Liberty and give you a little bit of background. I also would like to acknowledge, as part of our Learning and Liberty, we have student representation on that committee. So we have 2 juniors and 2 seniors that join us at our meetings throughout the school year, and they provide opportunity for student voice in one of these leadership roles to the foundation. So we are very fortunate to have them. All 4 are with us this evening. So I would like to just recognize their names. We have Andrew Tuman, Chloe Hutz, Jackson Busold, and a very special birthday announcement to Ashton Marcy, who is celebrating her 18th birthday today and took some time out of her big day to join us here this evening to celebrate all of our students. So welcome to all of our students who are going to be assisting. We thank you guys so much for your time. When we begin to call up students, we will have the opportunity, we will call you up by grade level, and we'll start with our first graders, and we will ask for all of our first grade students to come down front at one time. And then we are going to read a little bit about each student individually, and we're going to have them come forward, and they will collect a wonderful certificate that we have for them. There will also be a trophy. The trophies were not completely finished, so I don't have them this evening, but I do promise when the trophies are available, we will deliver those to your children in their buildings and send those home. At the end of all of the first graders, we will have a chance at this end of the stage, and we will have all of the first graders there for a picture. So if any parents, grandparents want a photo op, that's your time to get that whole group. Then we'll have all of our first graders sit down, and we will repeat that event with our second graders, and then again with our third graders. So we have a lot of celebration in store for you. So with that, Mrs. Brickner, if you would give us a little bit about Learning and Liberty Foundation.
Welcome, students and parents, and congratulations, students, for this honor that you are receiving tonight. I am a trustee on the Learning and Liberty Foundation, and to tell you a little bit about it, the Learning and Liberty Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization founded in the mid-'80s. It is the brainchild of then Superintendent Kent Watkins and Administrator David Brickner. Their goal was to raise money to help offset classroom expenses to teachers, and expand student educational needs. Over the years, we have given more than 100,000 classroom supplies, books, and student scholarships. We also support the Golden Apple Awards, Academic Banquet, and many other awards such as tonight, Stellar Students. Tonight, we are here to enter the stellar students in grades 1 to 3. So, first graders can go to the staircase over there, and as your name is called, the students will read your bio, and then we will pass out the certificates.
Atkinson's first grade stellar students of 2026. Owen Smith, son of Angie and Chris Smith, is a first grade student in Miss Yoder's class. Owen enjoys CKLA knowledge time during the day. He really likes learning about astronomy. Owen has learned about planets, stars, and constellations. At home, Owen likes playing soccer and wrestling with his two dogs, Bernie and Clyde. An accomplishment Owen recently made was to learn his math addition facts to 10. He passed all the levels through 10 and got to blast off by putting the fire on his rocket. Owen was nominated for Atkinson's Stellar Student because he is a spectacular student. He is a role model for his classmates in the classroom and in the studio during whole group. Owen takes pride in his work and tries his best in working neatly. He has made huge progress with being brave and coming to school this year with a smile on his face. Miss Yoder is very proud of Owen and truly enjoys having him in her class. Congratulations and thank you, Owen. Xavion Pettiford, son of Alexandra Guyton, is a first grade student in Wendy Carrick's class. Xavion enjoys drawing and can't wait for art class each week. He is incredibly talented. Xavion also enjoys playing all sports and Fortnite. Xavion was nominated for Atkinson's Stellar Student because he is a very polite little boy. He is eager to learn each day and always puts 100% into his classwork. Xavion is a spectacular role model for his peers and can often be spotted going above and beyond for others with a smile on his face. He really takes pride in his classwork too. His teacher is very proud of him and enjoys having him in her class this year. Congratulations and thank you, Tavion. Terrence Dunstan, son of Courtney Lewis and Larry Keys Jr., seek as well as tag with his cousins. If he is home, he enjoys playing with his brother and sister. His favorite subject in school is math. Terrence is a respectful, honest, compassionate, happy, curious, and engaged in class. Terrence was nominated for Atkinson's Stellar Student because he makes everyone around him happy with his smiling face. He is willing to do and learn anything without ever complaining. Terrence quietly helps everyone without being asked. He just notices something that someone needs and helps them. Terrence cleaned up the towels on the bathroom floor when he thought no one would see him, but another teacher walked by and noticed him. His classmates all want to be his friend, and he treats them all with respect. Having a kind and happy student is such a great example to others in the class. Congratulations and thank you, Terrence. Rogan's Stellar Students of 2026. Jada Weishart, daughter of Rachel and Tim Weishart, is a first grade student in Miss Nossaman's class. In class, Jada enjoys reading, directed drawing activities, coloring, playing with Play-Doh, and STEM activities. She also likes working on the Chromebook. This year, Jada was nominated for her class's December Student of the Month. She received this award for showing empathy. Jada also received the Jet Leader Award for showing superb leadership skills in classroom behavior. Jada was nominated for Krogan Stellar Student because she is an outstanding student who puts a tremendous amount of effort into her schoolwork. She is a very responsible student who exhibits terrific leadership skills. Being highly motivated, she sets a wonderful example for her whole class. She consistently strives to do her best. She sets high standards for herself, and she works hard to achieve them. Jada has a terrific attitude about school and learning. Her enthusiasm and perseverance are greatly appreciated. She is a top quality first grader and a joy for her teacher to have in class. Congratulations and thank you, Jada. Tatum Slick, son of Jessica Slick, is a first grader in Miss Large's classes. Tatum is a positive role model in class and a great big brother. He does very well in both reading and math. Tatum has already met his stretch growth in reading and is 3 points away in math. Tatum was nominated for Krogan Stellar Student because he goes above and beyond expectations in his first grade classroom. He shows enthusiasm for learning, participates actively, and is a positive role model in his classroom. Congratulations and thank you, Tatum. Brielle Esquivel, daughter of Amanda and Wesley Esquivel, is a first grade student in Miss Willis's class. Brielle is kind, playful, and excited to learn. She loves reading and coloring as well as playing basketball. Brielle enjoys shopping and spending time with her family. Brielle was nominated for Krogan Stellar Student because she is an exemplary first grader. She comes to school every day ready to learn, lead, and make a difference. Brielle works hard on her assignments every day. She also makes a difference with her kind heart and helpful nature among her peers. She can always be counted on to do the right thing when no one is looking. Brielle is a leader in her class, and Miss Willis is thrilled to nominate her as Stellar Student. Congratulations and thank you, Brielle. Lutz's first grade Stellar Students of 2026. Zanaya Martinez, daughter of Felipe Martinez, is a first grade student in Miss Castilla's class. Zanaya is a personable, outgoing, kind, friendly, and helpful person. She enjoys gymnastics at home and really likes to sing. Zanaya got a certificate at the Lutz Talent Show for singing. She also received a trophy from the Burchard Library for reading 20 minutes every day. Zanaya was nominated for Lutz Stellar Student because she is kind, funny, and outgoing. She loves school and is never shy about raising her hand to answer questions. Zanaya is always happy and eager to do schoolwork, especially when she's asked to read. She is helpful to her classmates. Zanaya is empathetic to others' needs and is always willing to include others. Congratulations and thank you, Zanaya. Rowan Adams, son of Teresa and Dan Adams, is a first grader in Megan Merrill's class. Ronan likes to relax on the couch and bake brownies with his mom. He also enjoys building Legos with his brother. Rowan's favorite food is pasta. He really likes the game Monopoly. He is an excellent listener and always follows expectations. Rowan was nominated for Lutz's Stellar Student because he leads in his class in every aspect. He is an excellent reader who approaches books with confidence, curiosity, and excitement. Ronan is always eager to learn new words and ideas. He takes in so much knowledge during the CKLA instruction each day and consistently shows a deep understanding of what he learns. Not only does he work hard academically, but he is also incredibly kind to his classmates, offering help, encouragement, and a bright smile. He is always participating in class discussions and activities, sharing thoughtful ideas, and showing enthusiasm for learning. Rowan's positive attitude, strong work ethic, and caring heart truly make him a stellar student. Congratulations and thank you, Rowan. Claire Wax, daughter of Michelle and Jordan Wax, is a first grader in Miss Reynolds' class. Claire likes to go to the trampoline park. She likes swimming and is in her first year with the Sand Otters swim team. Claire also likes watching TV. Reading Junie B. Jones books with her family is another interest. She likes learning new things at school. Claire is very interested in astronomy. When asked what she likes about school, she said making new friends, and it is important to learn stuff. Claire was nominated for Let's a Stellar Student because she is a shining example of what it means to be a stellar student. She is an amazing and kind young lady who always goes out of her way to help others. Claire is respectful, follows rules, and consistently makes positive choices in her classroom. She is eager to answer questions and loves participating in class discussions. Claire comes to school ready to learn and gives her best effort every single day. Her positive attitude and caring heart make her a wonderful role model for her classmates. Mrs. Reynolds is very proud of Claire and all the hard work she puts into being a responsible, thoughtful, and stellar student. She feels very blessed to have Claire in her classroom. Congratulations and thank you, Claire. Stellar students, first grade, Otis. Oakley Fry, daughter of Mackenzie and Heaven Fry, is a first grade student in Miss Freeman's class. Oakley enjoys gymnastics, soccer, and swimming. She also spends time showing pigs. Oakley is a very determined student who always displays a positive attitude. Oakley was nominated because she is extremely hardworking and always puts in 100% effort into her classwork. She is very kind to her classmates, respectful to others, and is always willing to help out anyone who needs it. Oakley brightens up the room with her smile and positive attitude. Her excitement and love for school and learning are contagious. Congratulations and thank you, Oakley. Jalen Henry, daughter of Rebecca Henry, is a first grade student in Miss Cuerga's class. Jalen enjoys volleyball and cheer. When she grows up, she hopes to become a vegetarian, hairdresser, or nail technician. Jalen was nominated as a first grade stellar student from Otis because she is a dedicated and enthusiastic learner. She consistently puts in her best effort in all class assignments, whether it's solving challenging math problem or reading aloud sight words. Her love for learning shines bright, which is evident during small group instruction. She applies skills that have been taught in the classroom to help her with reading. Beyond her academics, Jalen radiates positivity and kindness by lighting up a room with her smile. She embodies hard work and a passion for learning. Kindness making her a very deserving recipient of the Stellar Student Award. Congratulations and thank you, Jalen. Sophia Anciso, daughter of Alyssa Anciso, a first grade student in Miss Witt's class. Sophia enjoys coloring and playing softball in her free time. Sophia was nominated for Otis's first grade stellar student because of her outstanding dedication and determination to always do her best in her schoolwork. Her strong work ethic and perseverance have helped her make impressive gains in all academic areas. Sophia is not only hardworking, but also kind and generous. She is always ready to lend a helping hand to her classmates and consistently shows compassion and thoughtfulness towards others. Her intelligence and quick wit shine through class discussions. She is never afraid to share creative ideas or think outside the box. Miss Witt enjoys having Sophia in her class and feels she brings a positive energy to the classroom each day. Sophia brightens the days of everyone around her. She is a wonderful role model and is truly deserving of this recognition. Congratulations and thank you, Sophia.
At this time, if anybody would like to come up and get pictures with their first grade students, you can do so. Just come on up, go in an aisle. We'll have the students stay there for a few minutes so we can get pictures done, and then we'll have them dismissed.
That was cute the way they held up their
It was.
award.
It was.
I think one kid did it. All of a sudden,
Just natural
I think
natural
that's-
followers.
we're just gonna say.
Mhm. Penis trapped. Huh? Penis trapped.
Oh. Oh, there she goes. Mhm. Mm.
All right, so our first grade students can go back to their seats. If we could have the second grade Stellar students please come up to your right here on the floor, please. All the second grade students, please.
Mm.
Somebody's not having it.
No.
Oh. My cousin Bella's grandkids.
Couldn't spot the crier.
Already exited.
Kept looking.
First, we have our Atkinson Seller students. First up is Elise Adams, daughter of Abigail and Jacob Adams, the second grade student in Mrs. Buchanan's class. Elise is a kind, hardworking, compassionate, and empathetic young lady. She enjoys going to gymnastics and practicing gymnastics at home. Elise also enjoys reading and playing heads up. Elise was nominated for Atkinson Stellar Student because she comes to school each day ready to work hard and learn. She never gives up, even when something might feel hard to her at first. She's a good friend and is always willing to help others. Elise is a great partner, reader, works well in small groups, and has developed a passion for reading. She always wants to get better. Congratulations and thank you, Elise. Rashawn Murphy Jr., son of Desiree Witt, is a second grade student in Stacy Gilbert's class. Trayshawn is a kind, hardworking, and caring student. He enjoys spending time with his family, playing with his sister, helping his mom, and playing soccer. Trayshawn also enjoys going to the beach, reading, sleepovers, and playing video games. Trayshawn was nominated for Atkinson Stellar Student because he consistently demonstrates outstanding character and responsibility in the classroom. He is kind, helpful, and always willing to lend a hand to both classmates and teachers. Trayshawn stays on task, listens carefully to directions, and gives his best effort each day. His positive attitude and strong work habits make him a wonderful role model for others. Congratulations and thank you, Trayshawn. Jonathan Ordaz, son of Ruby Inahosa, is a second grade student in Mrs. Beatty's class. Jonathan's mom says he's a big helper at home. He enjoys video games and playing soccer at the park. In his free time, Jonathan likes to watch YouTube videos. Jonathan was nominated for Atkinson Stellar Student because he is an all-around great kid. He is one of the hardest working students in his class. Jonathan never gives up even when the work is difficult. He stays focused on his lessons and does his best every day. In addition to being a hard worker, Jonathan is kind to everyone he meets. He joined his class in late November and has quickly turned into a favorite friend among his classmates. Jonathan always does what is right, even if it means taking extra time. One day, when heading out to recess with other students, the doors were opened and all the students' work went flying. Instead of continuing on to recess, he took the time to clean up what had blown around the classroom without hesitation. For these reasons, Jonathan is a deserving of a Stellar Student Award. Congratulations and thank you, Jonathan. Krogan Stellar Students. Savannah Harris, daughter of Mariah Poling and Hunter Hild, is a second grade student in Kelly Axe's class. Savannah enjoys math, her teachers, and seeing her friends when at school. At home, Savannah likes to play with her brother. She also enjoys playing soccer. Savannah is most proud of passing all of her addition and subtraction facts for second grade and has started multiplication facts. Savannah was nominated for Krogan's Stellar Student because she is a true definition of stellar student. She comes to school ready to learn every day. Savannah is a very bright and kind girl who can always be counted on. She is a great leader for other students in her class. Savannah is always willing to help others and always participates in classroom discussions. Congratulations and thank you, Savannah. Gabriel Esparza, son of Naomi and Henry Esparza, is a second grade student in Miss Carabella's class. Gabriel enjoys playing video games and soccer. He was a JET leader twice and December Student of the Month for empathy. Gabriel is honest, responsible, and respectful. Gabriel was nominated for Krogan's Stellar Student because he is a fantastic student. He cares about others and takes the initiative to help other students and help the classroom run smoothly. Miss Carabello feels very lucky to have Gabriel in her classroom. Congratulations and thank you, Gabriel. Isabel Rodriguez, daughter of Anel Orozco, is a second grade student in Mrs. Stein's class. Isabel was nominated for Krogan Stellar Student because she comes to class every day with a big smile and a positive attitude. She is a great role model for other students. In all areas of school, Isabel always gives 100%. Isabel is kind and respectful to everyone. She deserves to be recognized for the wonderful qualities she has, which makes her such an outstanding student. Congratulations and thank you, Isabel. Let's Stellar Students. Magali.
Buenas tardes. Magali Reyes Martínez, hija de Rosario Reyes, es alumna de segundo grado de la clase de la señora Margaret. Fuera del aula, Magali le gusta leer, jugar al fútbol y nadar. Su color favorito es el azul. Sus libros favoritos que ella lee son El hombre perro y El club de las niñeras. Cuando le preguntaron qué es lo que más disfruta de la escuela, Magali respondió: lo que aprendo diariamente en la escuela y las maestras. Magali también compartió que ama mucho a su familia. Magali fue nominada como la estudiante estelar de la escuela LAT porque ejemplifica la perseverancia, integridad y una fuerza silenciosa. Afronta cada día con determinación y un compromiso constante para dar lo mejor de sí misma. Incluso cuando el camino no es fácil, trabaja con atención y esmero, enorgulleciéndose de cada detalle, desde su hermosa caligrafía hasta la responsabilidad que demuestra al cumplir lo que se le pide. Magali es respetuosa, honesta y consistentemente amable con los que están a su alrededor. Aunque su voz sea suave, su resiliencia y su esfuerzo inquebrantable lo dicen todo. Magali representa lo mejor de lo que significa ser estudiante en el Distrito Escolar de Fremont. Esta noche honramos no solo sus logros, pero también su extraordinaria fuerza de carácter que demuestra diariamente. Felicidades y gracias, Magali.
Rowan Nickens, son of Brianna and Ryan Nickens, is a second grade student in Miss Trazek's class. Rowan has a strong love for video games. He is also very good at drawing and earns Student of the Month in art class. Rowan loves movies, card games, and being a class clown. Rowan always includes everyone and has a lot of friends. Rowan was nominated for Let's Stellar Student because he is a born leader. He is a friend to every student and always cares about others. Rowan is an excellent reader and is also learning multiplication and math. He works very hard, loves learning, and coming to school. Rowan has all the qualities of a Let's Eagle. He is new to Let's this year, and they feel very lucky to have him as a part of their school. Congratulations and thank you, Rowan. Santiago Martinez IV, son of Cassandra Ramirez and Santiago Martinez Jr., is a second grade student in Madison Olson's class. Santiago enjoys spending time with family and loves talking about his summer trip to SeaWorld to see the orca whales. When asked what he likes about school, he shared, "I like to color, play games, eat snacks, and that's it." Santiago was nominated for Let's Stellar Student because he is a shining example of a stellar student. He works hard in all subject areas, shows enthusiasm for learning and trying new things, and approaches each day with a positive attitude. You would never know if he was having a bad day. Along with all of these qualities of being a great student, he is also a wonderful friend. He can get along well with any combination of his classmates, takes notice of students who may be left out, and actively works to include them. He doesn't do this for recognition or praise, but just out of the kindness of his heart. Santiago has shown growth in all subject areas this year, and his teacher sees this path continuing. He makes his teacher smile every day, and she feels very lucky to have him in class. Santiago can do anything he sets his mind to, and his teachers are proud of him for earning this well-deserved award. Santiago is an amazing young man. Congratulations and thank you, Santiago. Otis Stellar Students. Darian Brown, supported by Shawnee Hutt, is a second grade student in Miss Vanderveen's class. Darian enjoys spending time with his friends. He is a kind, hardworking young man. Darian was nominated for Otis's Stellar Student Award because he consistently puts forth his best effort in everything he does. Even when faced with challenges, he maintains a positive attitude and never gives up. His determination and perseverance truly sets him apart. Darian is a kind and supportive classmate. He is always willing to lend a helping hand and encourages others to do their best. Darian treats everyone with respect and demonstrates excellent character each day. He is a positive role model for his class. Congratulations and thank you, Darian. Jonathan Hershey, son of Brad and Stephanie Hershey, is a second grade student in Tia Price's class. AJ loves to have fun and use his imagination. He enjoys playing games on his tablet, watching and drawing along directed drawing videos, and building Lego creations. JJ loves being active too, especially playing flag football with his friends. He also enjoys spending time with his family and playing in his secret hideout with his brother Chase. JJ was nominated for Otis's Stellar Student because he is a remarkable young man. Starting at a new school this year was stressful, but JJ did not let that stop him. He worked hard, adjusted, and quickly became a valuable member of his classroom community. JJ is always looking for ways to help, whether it's helping a classmate, picking up trash in the classroom, or returning things he finds in the hallway to where they belong. He begins each day ready to learn and completes his work independently without prompting. JJ consistently demonstrates responsibility, kindness, and leadership. All of these traits make him a joy to have in the classroom and on the playground. Congratulations and thank you, Jonathan. Penelope Wright, daughter of Gretchen and Josh Wright, is a second grade student in Mrs. Wendling's class. Penelope is a member of the Make a Difference Club, news crew, and does dance in her free time. She also enjoys playing the piano. Penelope was nominated for Otis's Stellar Student because she is such a cool kid. She's intelligent, earning all A's this year, witty, kind, responsible, motivated, determined, and the list could go on and on. She comes to school with a positive attitude and ready to challenge herself to be her best. Penelope takes her learning very seriously. She often has nightly conversations with her mom about what she learned that day. Penelope strives to be her best and soaks up all the learning she can. She is willing to be a peer tutor to other classmates when needed and is very patient and kind when helping a friend. Mrs. Wendling feels Penny is such a delight to spend the school day with and is so deserving of this reward. Congratulations and thank you, Penelope.
Please.
So again, at this time, if you have a second grader, you'd like to come up and get a picture of the group, you may.
Or Penny P. You might be right about that.
It's not. I always like to call and
Yeah. Yeah.
try to
She was
do
like,
it.
"Er."
Yeah. Nothing.
I'm impressed with the kids that are reading, that they're good about being able to pronounce it.
Oh yeah, they're doing a really good job this year. Yeah.
I remember when my daughter was just like their graduation.
Oh no.
All right, our second grade students can head on back to their seats. If we could have the third grade students come up front, please.
EV stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Why you want me to turn it up? Oh no, 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 no. It's just I was gonna put him on the thank yous and I cannot think of his last name. Go ahead, Ray.
This is the Atkinson third grade Stellar students for 2026. Carter Stanley, daughter of Jessica Rowlands and Michael Stanley, is a third grade student in Julia Devlin's class. Carter's dedication and consistency so far this year has enabled her to improve her iReady reading score by over 40 points. Carter was nominated because she shows up every day with a smile, ready to learn and do her best. She has a fun personality and is kind and helpful towards her peers and teacher. Her teacher feels she is a great student in class and sets positive examples for her classmates. Also, Carter has not missed a single day of school yet this year. Congratulations and thank you, Carter.
All right. All right.
Nora Roca, daughter of Caitlin Roca, is a third grade student in Mrs. Lowry's class. Nora is a kind, hardworking student. She is always willing to help and is an excellent role model for her classmates. In her free time, she likes to play volleyball and play outside. Nora was nominated because she has main huge gains this year. Nora is always willing to learn and ask questions if she doesn't understand something. She is always paying attention, participating, and putting forth her best effort. Nora has shown huge growth in her academics and has wonderful work ethic. Miss Lowry is very proud of Nora and said the look on Nora's face when she learned she was nominated for Stellar Student was priceless. Congratulations and thank you, Nora. Raven Arton, daughter of Emily Slaughter, is a third grade student in Mrs. Lozano's class. Raven is hardworking, respectful, and dependable. She takes pride in her schoolwork and displays strong academic achievements. Raven enjoys playing Roblox in her free time. Raven was nominated because she is an excellent student who earns great grades in every subject. She participates in class, hardworking, and always shows respect to the teachers and classmates. Raven is a responsible young lady who is also kind and serves as a positive role model for others. Congratulations and thank you, Raven. This is Krogan third grade Stellar students for 2026. Lucy Anderson, daughter of Crystal and Neil Anderson, is a third grade student in Mrs. Henkel's class. In her free time, Lucy enjoys drawing and spending time with her family. Lucy was nominated for her class's Stellar student because she is an exceptional All-A student who takes great pride in her work. She shows perseverance when tasks are difficult and continually challenges herself to grow. Her positive attitude and strong work ethic make her a role model for others. Lucy is also a thoughtful, caring friend who uplifts those around her. Congratulations and thank you, Lucy. Mavis Wilbur, daughter of Caitlin Mariner, is a third grade student in Amelia Lewis's class. Mavis enjoys wrestling, horseback riding, art. She also has fun showing animals at the fair. Mavis was nominated for her class's stellar student because she consistently puts forward her best foot, even when tasks are challenging. She chooses to do the right thing, shows kindness to others, and is always willing to help. Her caring heart and positive example makes her classroom a better place each day. Congratulations and thank you, Mavis. Gracelyn De La Torre, daughter of Mary Burbeck, is a third grade student in Miss Kennedy's class. Gracelyn is a very kind and creative, hardworking young lady. She is helpful to others. Gracelyn enjoys drawing, walking, and playing with her siblings. She also likes playing basketball and volleyball. Her favorite animal is a panda. Gracelyn was nominated for her class's stellar student because of her positive attitude. She is always wanting to be better. Gracelyn is kind and creative. She enjoys helping other students and her teacher. Gracelyn has achieved all A's and B's the first and second quarter, as well as having a perfect attendance the second quarter. Miss Kennedy said, "Gracelyn, keep it up. The positive energy, or the positive attitude and work ethic. Congratulations and thank you, Gracelyn."
Okay, moving on to Lutz third grade stellar students. So first up, we have Maggie Webb, daughter of Allison and Timothy Webb. She's a third grade student in Mrs. Morse's class. Maggie is encouraging and kind to all of her classmates. She likes to play board games with her family. Maggie plays volleyball and basketball. She's in Make a Difference Club, High Honor Roll, and is also in the Gifted program. Maggie was nominated as her class's stellar student because she consistently goes above and beyond in everything she does. She demonstrates outstanding responsibility, kindness, and a strong commitment to learning. Not only does she work hard to achieve her own goals, but she also supports and encourages her classmates. Her positive attitude, leadership, and dedication make her a wonderful role model and a deserving nominee for this recognition. Congratulations and thank you, Maggie. Next, we have Adley Mackey, daughter of Ashley and Jordan Mackey, and she's a third grade student in Mrs. Ashley Gonzalez's class. Adley is hardworking, determined, and responsible. At Let's, she is a part of a Make a Difference Club, participated in her school spelling bee in second and third grade, and she was the September Student of the Month for music. Outside of Lutz, Adley stays busy by participating in volleyball, basketball, and softball for the rec. She also attends the Lady Giant Summer Volleyball Camp at Ross High School. Adley was nominated as her class's stellar student because she consistently does the right thing even when no one is watching. Through hard work, determination, and a genuine love of learning, she sets a high academic standard for herself. Adley gives her very best effort in every assignment, project, and responsibility she takes on. Her dedication and positive attitude set her apart, and she approaches challenges with confidence and integrity. Not only does she strive for excellence in her own work, but she also uplifts and encourages those around her. She's a remarkable role model and an inspiring example for her peers. Congratulations and thank you, Adley. Next, we have Scarlett Schwoko, daughter of Carrie and Jordan Schwoko. She's a third grade student in Miss Grant's class. Scarlett is kind, charismatic, and a very, very funny young lady. She plays volleyball and is in Make a Difference Club. Scarlett placed second in the spelling bee and achieved high honors all third quarters of third grade. Scarlett was nominated as her class's stellar student because she shows up every day wanting to try her best. She's really flourished this year and has let her personality shine. Scarlett is always willing to do her best and be the best while having a smile on her face. Congratulations and thank you, Scarlett. Moving on to the third grade stellar students of Otis. Addison Crowell, daughter of Alicia and Craig Crowell, is a third grade student in Mindy Hensel's class. Addie is a lover of animals. She enjoys learning about cows and showing cattle on the weekends. Addie has been in 2 cattle shows and wants to be in more. She says one day she wants to own a Highland cow because they are very tiny and fluffy. Addie loves riding horses and wants to ride in shows one day. She's played volleyball on the rec team and wants to get back into that hobby. Addie loves her family very much and enjoys game nights with her parents and brothers. She also enjoys family baseball when the weather is nice. Addie likes spending time with friends and walking around her creek. Addie was nominated for Otis's Stellar Student because she carries a natural kindness that draws others in and makes every classmate feel included and valued. Her work ethic is remarkable. She approaches each task with determination, pride, and a genuine desire to improve. Addie is articulate and thoughtful in conversations with her peers, and she can easily engage with adults and with insight and confidence beyond her years. With her humor, curiosity, and warm spirit, Addie brings special light to her classroom. Mrs. Hensel has enjoyed watching Addie grow this year and feels she is a joy to teach. Congratulations and thank you, Addison. Next, we have Raylan Tolman, daughter of Emily Ah and Joshua Schmidt, and Michelle Atulo and Briar Tolman. She's a third grade student in Courtney Jared's class. Raylan always puts forth effort and is highly motivated. She's very kind and has made steady progress academically. Raylan earned the Cardi Award for her above and beyond character. She is on track for honor roll, and she has joined the Wall of Fame, passing her addition and subtraction facts. Her hobbies include cheer, volleyball, swimming, hunting, making jewelry, and doing her hair and her nails. Raylan was nominated for Otis's Stellar Student because she is such a hardworking student and has made so much progress. She always gives her best efforts even when things are challenging. Raylan is very focused in class. She has taken control of her own learning and made a decision to improve. On top of being an amazing student, Raylan is very sweet and kind. She's a great friend and is always willing to help others. Congratulations and thank you, Raylan. Next is Landon Gobble, son of Amanda Gobble and Kyrie Burkett. He's a third grade student in Heather Hetrick's class. Landon has so many amazing talents. His biggest passion is drawing. He's very talented at expressing his thoughts through drawings. Landon loves to discuss Pokemon, and he consistently finds ways to make people laugh throughout the day, which always makes his teacher and classmates have a better day. Landon was nominated for Otis's Stellar Student because he has worked very hard this year. He is focused on improving his grades and improving his efforts in class. Landon works daily to navigate tough decisions. He works very hard to stop and think through his responses to problems. By taking the time to do this, he is able to identify an appropriate solution. His teacher truly enjoys having Landon in her class this year. Congratulations and thank you, Landon.
Again, this is the photo op, so if you'd like to come up and take a picture with the students or of the students, please come on up.
Good evening. Oh, we're in. She's probably a year older than you.
She's my age. We graduated together.
I was only 1 year older than me. I used to always go to their house. That's for Monte Carlos. It was working on. I always wanted one. I wonder if he still has one.
No. Oh no.
I don't know why I thought Nicole was 2 years older than me.
We played softball together in the summers.
Hated Tommy Tyke and football.
What?
Yeah. Used to go to his house. He lived by the areas. Over there in one of those places.
Oh yeah, he 100% did. I went to grade school. I'll never forget this in third grade. Show and tell. Got in this black, like crow, like rooster, like black ominous bird in a cage.
Okay.
For show and tell. Teacher was like,
Always a little different. I don't know. Did he happen to have it as a pet at home?
yeah,
Holy crap.
yeah. What in the
Thanks for everyone for coming tonight. At this point, we still have to carry on with our regular board meeting. So if you'd like to leave at this time, go spend the evening with your family on this beautiful evening. Thanks again for coming and congratulations to all of our students.
Do this better.
That was a lot nicer than saying get out of here.
Yeah, we'll see how long they stick around.
Right. And please don't loiter around the door because my ADD is going nuts. I said, and please don't loiter around the door outside of there because my ADD is going
really?
nuts.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like you just couldn't get it closed.
Right, but then they kept staying, and you can still hear it.
Knew you were gonna get blamed.
Oh, yeah, usually that's how.
We would just have to encourage them to stay. I think we should just tell them. At least they did. Like one of the first years that I was on the board,
She does.
got to do this. I
Perfect.
always write down, and I did this year too, but like adjectives and that are sad and want to talk to.
Hey, Tom, if I start giving my report, they'll leave.
We'll give them a couple minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, for us to just kind of, for one of us to represent the board, just hey, parents, grandparents, friends, guardians, whoever's listening. You guys are, everything that you do at home is what creates.
Oh, really? Did he? How long ago did Sue retire? Quicker. Say it was before I was on the board.
Maybe pushing 20. When I first taught it, she was still there.
Was she?
Mhm.
Because Lori said one of the dads was a student of hers. Came up and
Oh,
so now we're gonna go back to um, early in the agenda. So we'll go on to the legislative report. Don?
Yes. I think what I'd like to do is just kind of run through and kind of give you an update just on some of the bills and that are transitioning through the House and a little bit of the Senate. There's the one bill, Fostering School Success Act, has been presented, uh, and again, that's dealing. If I understand it correctly, it's helping children who are in the foster care system being able to transition from one school to another if they're moved. So apparently that needs some attention. There's the youth cardiac monitoring, and that's been passed by the House, and now it's to the Senate for consideration. One of the bills that we talked about last year was the educator license grade bands. It looks like, they made some changes with the 135th General Assembly, but now they've realized kind of the error of their ways, and they're going back to the old band system, which I think was more acceptable to teachers and administrators that are following that system. there's another bill that, and I'm not quite sure. It deals with excused absences from school and kind of expanding upon what is acceptable. And if you read in uh, the facts uh, letter that we all get, it talks a little bit more about requiring a school district to count a student's participation in a number of different activities. And I guess I don't feel comfortable understanding exactly what they're trying to accomplish with that bill. There's the Busing Improvement Act is in a first hearing. There's a School Chaplain Act, which would permit public schools to engage volunteer chaplains to provide support services. And I think that's both with public and getting into providing that to some private entities. They're at a third hearing for prohibiting middle and high school athletes from earning compensation from the athlete's name. And I think that seems to be moving through the House. Now, what I've kind of heard is that there's a question mark if the Senate are as excited or positive about that kind of rolling through. Seems like it runs into a glitch each time it's come up through the years. There's one first reading, and basically it's supporting a resolution that would urge the Congress to dismantle the United States Department of Education. And I'm surprised to see that at this point in time, just based on the status of the Department of Education. There's a number of other bills that are rolling through that are dealing with property tax calculations in terms of, I guess, unusual or different circumstances as to how they're applied. And a couple of those bills are kind of rolling through. And let's see. I think that's all I wanted to mention on this. The final thing I wanted to mention was after I gave my report last meeting, I think Laura had mentioned something about the lottery earnings and how those are dispensed. And there was a great article in the News Messenger, I believe it was Saturday, that really took it from the start to where it is right now in terms of how the monies are dispersed and uh, and kind of how it was sold to the public at what point in time. Apparently, the original passage, not sure if it was 92. There was no language in there that really said education is where the money should go. But then there was another amendment. I'm trying to think if it was um, if that was an amendment that the money should go more toward education and spelled out a couple other areas. And throughout that process, doesn't seem like it really ever hit more than about 25% of the money making it. Um, and, and if you look at how complicated, or, you see all the machines out there now, and uh, they have a lot of employees in that system. So I think it's become a little bit more bureaucratic than I think we originally thought it would be. Uh, and and if you notice, like even in Ohio, with the mega lottery, that's gone from $2 to $5 a ticket, and so I think they're trying to recoup some of those costs. But no matter what you do, the money seemed to hang around that 25%. I think the other thing that I caught at the end, I think it was at the end of the article, there was information that was kind of sticking up for our school treasurers, because in there it was kind of saying people will ask school treasurers, how much money are we getting from the lottery? And it's a very difficult answer, because the money basically is being put, I think, into the general fund at the state level, and then it comes with other monies that we get. So it's kind of mixed in there and making it very difficult. Does that sound
Yeah,
correct,
it's not
Megan?
like a direct funnel in of the money.
There's no Ohio lottery check.
Yeah, it goes in my pocket. No,
Yeah,
there's not just a line that says Ohio lottery money
right.
that comes right to us.
So that I thought was excellent timing with that article. I wish I would have called and been the one to encourage them to write that article, but it was very good. So I would encourage anybody here or anybody in the public to take a look at that article. That's all I had.
Okay, thanks, Don. No walk-on items tonight.
No, sir.
Moving on to hearing of the public. We cleared the room pretty quick, so we'll move on to recommendations of the superintendent.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mr. Price. Board members, good evening. Um, First item, I would ask your approval for or consider two donations that I bring forward this evening, one from Janet Miles and one from Glassroots Organization.
Can I get a motion to approve item 1, please?
So moved.
Motion by Ms. Lewis. Could I have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Nally. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Ms. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Nally,
Yes.
Mrs. Bloom. Yes. Ms. Lehman,
Yes.
Mr. Price.
Yes, motion's approved.
Wonderful. Thank you. Item number 2 is always a wonderful opportunity for us. We have 2 students that have earned all of the necessary items for a Ross High School diploma. So Janoria Paris Brown, sorry about that, Janoria, and Laquan DeShante Boyd. Congratulations to both of our students that have met all of the requirements. Also, then in item number 3, and Mrs. Abernathy shared a memo with us at the end of last week just to give you some additional information for the technology purchase for those Dell technologies. So thank you for considering those 2 items.
Can I get a motion to approve items 2 and 3, please?
Move.
Motion by Mrs. Bloom. Could I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Lehman. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Bloom. Yes. Ms. Lehman,
Yeah.
Ms. Lewis,
Yes.
Mr. Nally,
Yes.
Mr. Price.
Yes, motion's approved.
Thank you. Changing up to our staff items this evening, beginning with item number 4. And we have some appointments of some certified staff substitutes. We are welcoming on board Mrs. Kelly Winters, who will be joining us as one of our elementary secretary positions, and a couple of support staff substitutes as well. Then in item number 5, we have some supplemental contracts, beginning with Skylar Fisher and ending with Julia Zucker. Item number 6, a couple more of those um, supplemental contracts that will get us ready for some spring items that are coming our way. Item number 7, we have 2 ads for some winter special event workers that took place. We were very fortunate this winter, and we have hosted several tournament level games and activities here at Ross High School, which means that we needed a couple extra hands. Item number 8 are those special event workers that will get us ready for spring because it'll be here before we know it. Item number 5, we have some status changes for some staff.
Can I get a motion to approve items 4 through 9, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mr. Nally. Could I have a second?
Second.
Second by Ms. Lewis. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Nally,
Yes.
Ms. Lewis,
Yes.
Mrs. Bloom. Yes. Ms. Lehman,
Yes.
Mr. Price.
Yes, motion's approved.
Thank you very much.
Moving on to report of the treasurer.
Good evening. I'm sure you are all super excited to see that my portion of the agenda is pretty much non-existent after last meetings when I think I had like 14 pages.
Yes, ma'am. Amen.
So, just real quickly, I'll give you kind of an update of what's going on in the office. We closed out the month of February this and the last week, beginning of this week, and we are now marching on through March and just getting everything going, or I don't know, almost ending. Getting ready for that. It's kind of crazy to think June will be here before we know it. We are also progressing through our fiscal year 25 audit. Been going back and forth with the auditors, making sure they have everything they need. And we are also in the process of doing our bond refinancing. So it's a lot of staying on top of emails and making sure every different area is getting the items that they need. So we've been working with our legal team and the underwriters for our bond as well on that part of the refinancing project. And Mrs. Hurt and I will get to do a bond rating interview, and we are so excited to get to do that. So they promise they will prep me in particular to make sure I speak as greatly as possible.
We
We're-
will represent well. I am confident that we will represent well.
I will have the word lady with me. We'll
We
just
send video
insert numbers
cameras
as
along?
needed.
You guys
We'll
need
have Abby
cameras
video
just
for
to-
us.
Mm. So, as I mentioned, I don't have anything for approval tonight. So,
Okay. All right. Thanks, Megan. All right. Moving on to board member communications. Lori.
Well, thank you for the pledge tonight. You did a good job. I know he was nervous, but you did a good job. And all those students, congratulations to every one of them for earning their Stellar Award. Always the highlights of passing those out during the year. The next round, and then the diplomas. Those are always fun too. Congratulations to the 2 graduates who earned their diplomas for a job well done and well earned. And all the event workers and all the people that are willing to give up time, help out.
Thank you. Laura.
I just want to say it not again for the first. Congratulations to all the students, the parents that are here with them, everything that goes into it. Some of those kids look familiar because I got a chance to go to on the 27th. I went to Let's School, and we were with the second graders, and a couple of those kids look familiar. They had a Rotary Day. I wrote some notes down in case I didn't forget. But anyways, we went in there and it was fill in your bucket. Denise was there, Abby. Actually, we had some commissioners and at least one of them, and we just had like a nice variety of people there. But it was what was it? Fill your bucket day. They kind of did a couple projects. They made these buckets. They designed their own buckets, and then they filled out a slip. They had partners, wrote something nice about them and put them in the other person's bucket, and they just, it was kind of like, how do you feel? are you filling other people's buckets or are you taking away from? That was the whole thing, and we kind of explained different things of what we do, and they were just in there chit chatting. They were doing projects. Then they played a bingo. It was like a positive bingo to like encourage good behavior. So I kind of was randomly going from in the neighborhood of them from the different. There's three different second grades, and I was wandering around and helping and watching, listening to all the good conversation, and they were having fun. And am I missing anything?
I
They
think you
seemed
did
like they had a really
wonderful.
good day. They
Yeah.
were enjoying each other.
Yeah, it really has been a wonderful program. This is part of our literacy, our literacy partnership with Fremont Rotary Club. And so Fremont Rotary brings some volunteers. Every second grade across the district has had the opportunity to participate in the Fill Your Bucket activity. Our curriculum department does a fantastic job of supporting that and pulling all of those pieces together. But the children get to hear the story. They first get to have the piece of literature read to them. And it is all about, as Ms. Lehman said, the idea of filling others' buckets with positive reinforcements and good, kind words and deeds, and not being a bucket stealer, not taking out of someone's bucket.
Right.
So then the kids are paired up and they make their bucket, like she said, and then they get a chance to fill other people's buckets and actually have a practice of what that might look like or sound like. So it is a wonderful partnership between Fremont City Schools and Fremont Rotary, and it's a great activity for all of our second graders across the district.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that.
I'm glad. It was good.
So yeah, the next thing I have coming up of visiting the kids is I'm gonna be at the middle school on the 17th for an 8th grade event. So I'm looking forward to that. Again, I'm just trying to spread myself a little and get in the schools and see what's going on. See what's going on with the projects we're approving and be in the middle of it. Trying to do that a little bit more. So I'm excited. I'm excited to do all the different schools and ages, and that's all I have for right now.
Sure.
I think I said this privately after the last meeting, but not necessarily publicly, and I think it should be said publicly. I just thank you for going around to the schools and being visible in the district and making time to um like you just said, you see what you approve, you know what I mean? You see those textbooks at work, you see all of the teachers and the staff. So thank you for taking the time to do that.
Anytime, thank you.
We have a district full of state qualifiers and esteemed groups of children right now, and I tend to always report on these things because it's my favorite. But we just have a lot of kids doing a lot of great things around the district. Um, and I just like to highlight those things. The music department has had a wonderful showing over the last week and a half or two. Um, Ms. Julia Zucker led the high school choir to a superior rating at the OMEA District Large Group Competition. Um, Mrs. Hamaker and the high school orchestra earned a superior rating overall and insight reading at the OMEA State Orchestra Competition. I was able to be at that, and I mean, they were amazing. Um, Mr. Calhoun and the Ross Symphonic Band earned a superior rating and qualified for state um, at the event that we hosted here at the high school for the OMEA high school band. It was a band and choir event. That took a lot of coordination, I'm sure, that I have no idea about. But just walking into the building here, I'm pretty certain they probably started around 5 ish.
Just a little bit earlier.
Um, the uh the symphonic the concert band, the Fremont concert band played at 8 p.m. and the symphonic band played at 10 p.m. So it was a long night for a lot of people, and I just want to point out a few people who loaned themselves to that event. Um, the music boosters and some parents and volunteers set up concession stand and had food and drinks available for everybody because it is a long night. um, they did a phenomenal job with that. We had plenty of student volunteers. So there were volunteers from the middle school music program and the high school actually that were runners. So all of the performances took place here in the pack. Um, and in that middle section of the pack, there are three different, they call them adjudicators or judges that assess every group that performs. And then after they did their performance and they were assessed, it all goes into a secret envelope, and then the runners run it, to the appropriate people. So there were a lot of opportunities that were taken by students to volunteer, excuse me. Mr. Kaltenbach, the voice of the marching Little Giants, but also the voice of every performance that we have here involving the band. So he emceed the entire night, not just for our bands that played. Um, why I don't know why Henry's last name is falling. Jaworski. Henry was here running all of the AV things here. And also just a shout out to Mr. Calhoun and Mrs. Walker for all they did to coordinate that. Also there's a janitor here, and I know her first name is Shelly, and she is here a lot. She's so cheerful, so happy to do her job. I just learned her name, and I've talked to her after every home basketball game. And she just really is a joy and takes pride in her job, and I just wanted to give her a special shout out as well. And then really quickly, we had some athletes earn some honors over the last week. The indoor track had state championships. Mason England captured the state title in the 60-meter hurdles, and then third place in the high jump. Braxton Jordan finished fourth in the 60-meter dash and fifth in the 200-meter dash. And Julia Norris made history as the first distance runner from Fremont Ross to compete at an indoor state meet. She finished 11th in the 800, and then Lexi Nelson finished 15th in the long jump and 12th in the triple jump. That makes me very excited for the upcoming track season here. And again, I dare not talk about wrestling. So just congratulations to all of the kids for all the awesome things that they have going on, and shout out to parents too. When mom and dad's taxi service has to run to get kiddos places, and just to be present for their children, that's a lot on the family. So just a shout out to all the parents as well.
Don?
Oh, yes. In regards to the weather, I just wanted to say sunshine, good. Fog, bad. But I think, compliments to Denise I know last week she had mentioned Tom was not going to be here, and just driving those roads and doing that, I think, it's just part of the job, but, it's definitely commendable that you're making the right decisions and the safe decisions. Also, regarding the stellar students, a couple of things jumped out at me. One, the parents and family support was pretty amazing to see all the families that got out and supporting their child. The other thing that jumped out at me was just a couple of keywords and things that the kids were. I heard a couple times DKL, and I thought, talking about the kids enjoying reading, and there were a lot of quite a number of them that where reading was mentioned, and I think that's great. I mean, this day and age, pulling kids away from on their private times their cell phones, and then having that opportunity to really learn uh, the skill the skill of reading the right way. And I'm glad we were recommended to move into that program. And I think that's been going well. A couple of the key words that jumped out at me, you heard the word kind or kindness a lot with the kids. And, in this day and age, kindness is very important. Positive choice, positive attitude. I think, positivity was good. Heard the word love a few times. That was nice. I think with the individual that read for the Spanish child, I thought that was very nice, very inclusive, and again, in this day and age, I think those people and those families, color that have those fears in their lives, be able to do something positive and experience that here, I thought was really nice. Then the final thing I wanted to mention was on the donations. It is really nice to see someone with Janet Miles, the donation that she makes several times a year sometimes, and just that she's committed to kind of the career that she had, and then also that feeling that she wants to be a part of making sure that we continue to have books and have media that the children can benefit from. And I know she's mainly tied in with the middle school, but it's an important thing. And I think that's all I had.
Well, thanks to Silas for coming in and leading the pledge with us. Congratulations to all of our stellar students, like everyone else has said. This is a fun night. We get to celebrate the kids and all the parents and grandparents and family members that are here to support them. So thanks to the Learning and Liberty Foundation for sponsoring that and also promoting that and what that means. You're the stellar student of the year for that classroom. So thank you to them for continuing to do that year after year. So all that they do. Congratulations to our students in the choir, the bands, and the orchestra. Coming from a person who cannot clap to a beat to save his life, I am amazed at anyone who can sing or play an instrument. So, because that is so far away from my capability, it's unreal. So to see all the superior ratings and how well they did, congratulations to them and the instructors and the advisors and everybody who put that all together. So, and then I'll finish with wrestling since Sarah didn't hit that. Well, and congratulations to the students from the indoor track. Track season, I think, again, is going to be a strong team, boys and girls. So our track program is really always produces the athletes. So from the wrestling standpoint, both the boys and girls wrestling had districts this past weekend. The boys had 5 qualify for districts. One came out that qualified for state, Aiden Altulo, who's a senior. So congratulations to Aiden. Good luck this weekend down in Columbus. And then for us on the girls' side, we had 10 girls qualify for district, and we had 3 qualify for state after the weekend. So we have 3 girls, Malaya Hughes, Kaylani Long, and Kiana Van, who will be representing Fremont down in Columbus. So we'll be at the Schottenstein Center all weekend long, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. There will be wrestling. Hopefully all of us boys and girls are wrestling on Sunday. If we're wrestling on Sunday, that's a good weekend. So that's the hope. But good luck to all of the athletes representing us. I think there's a send off on Thursday. I believe it's Thursday. So it's always cool to see how if you haven't been a part of it, they think is it the drum corps
Yes.
that walks them through the building so that as kids are in the classroom, it's at the end of the day, but all the kids can send them off to state. So
They come out, the students will come out of their classrooms and line the hallways, and it's really cool. We did it just a couple weeks ago for our swimmer and our
Yeah.
diver, and it's a pretty neat feeling to hear that drum line go through the hallways.
yeah,
Um,
it carries, that's for
it
sure.
does, and
When you're in the cafeteria, you can
yeah.
hear exactly where they're at all the way
Yeah,
through.
if you need a little giant spirit, if that's missing in your moment, you need to come and be a part of that send off because it's
Yeah.
really a cool feeling.
I really appreciate that we do that for any of our students that
Make it to state.
make it to state. That's a great way to send them off and get them a little hyped for their events, whatever that is. So, um, with that, could I have a motion for adjournment, please?
So moved.
Motion by Mrs. Bloom. Could I have a second?
Second.
Second by Miss Lewis. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Mrs. Bloom,
Yes.
Ms. Lewis,
Yes.
Ms. Lehman,
Yeah.
Mr. Nally,
Yes.
Mr. Price.
Yes, motion's approved. Meeting's adjourned.